My favorite story I've ever heard about these robot vacuum mopping things. It's not my own story. It's a story that I heard from one of my favorite content creators. He has a dog at home.
It sucked too.
It was a puppy when he got the dog, and they left the house for a bit to go get lunch or something, and then the robot vacuum started to clean the house.
Yeah.
And then when he came back home, there was poop all over the house.
Oh, yes.
It must have like gone over one of the poops and then spread it around the entire house.
So it's like the opposite of what it's intended to
Yeah.
It's so funny though.
Oh, but you can see how where it went.
do. Yeah, you can see the roots.
And then when you
If
come
it's
home, it
cleaning
says your
proper.
dog comes up to you and looks at you like that.
It's always like that.
I like this house. It has my smell all over.
Welcome to For Real. We are four realtors with a whole lot to say, but trust me, it's not just about selling property and closing deals. So let me introduce you to the rest of the gang. Meet Wesley, the optimistic go-getter who believes anything is possible with a bit of manifestation magic. Nicole, our cheerful, charismatic mother and seasoned realtor with stories for days. Shannon, our resident Gen Zer, keeping us in check in case the rest of us say anything too cringe. And I'm Fraser, your localized Angmo, a jack of many trades but a master of none. We're diving into everything and anything, so grab a snack, get comfy, and let's get real.
We're in this new room today because I thought it would be quite funny to have a theme. So I was hoping the theme today could be like horror stories. Not like actual ghosts and that kind of thing per se, but more like horror stories from, previous cases, clients' experiences and stuff like that. For me, I have a few, but I just want to know if like you guys have
Clients from hell.
either clients from hell, the case from hell, or like something
Cobras.
co-broke from hell,
Ooh.
colleagues from hell.
I have selective memory for all this, so I to
Oh,
keep myself happy.
very
No.
PC answer.
Yeah.
Everything.
But
Experience
really
and
quite
forget.
blessed. I'm really quite blessed.
Personally, no horror stories like out of this world kind of horror stories from me personally. But I think my mom is also a realtor. She has shared some that she has came across like in the Chinese 7 month. No one comes for viewing, but when she goes, she experiences stuff. And she's someone who don't believe in ghosts, but she will just experience these kind of things.
Does she have like a third eye or something for this kind of stuff?
No, she don't. This house was in Pasir Ris.
This is your house.
Not my house. I live in Pasir Ris, but it's not my house. So for context, my mom is Buddhist, but she don't believe in ghosts. Okay, I don't know if her religion actually matters.
Do Buddhists believe in ghosts
I
or
don't know.
spirits?
Hers is the Japanese kind of Buddhism.
Soka.
Soka.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. So she's never afraid of ghosts and she always welcome them or like challenge them per se. Yeah. So I think I also adapted that way. Like I'm not scared of them. I'll always, if I ever come across any, I think I would challenge them as well.
What do you mean by
What do you mean
challenge?
Come at me, bro. Is it?
Yeah, like come at me, bro, or like yeah, show yourself and like talk to me lah.
Oh my
Huh?
goodness.
So I think when I was younger, when I'm with friends, we go to like the forest in the mangrove, Pasir Ris and all. I would always scare them and like, hey, what's that? And like, you know,
Oh, okay.
or like inside is unlit. I would just go in and then like come out screaming because I just want to scare them.
You're the troll.
Yeah, I'm the troll.
Oh, damn annoying.
No, but have you
Yeah.
played like those Ouija board, that kind of stuff?
Whoa.
Never,
No,
but we can try.
never.
Maybe we can do one episode here. Yeah. Okay, but back
Do
to
not
the
invite me.
back to the story is I think my mom was sharing like during 7 month, because I asked her before like if she see anything. Apparently the Chinese 7 month is where all the ghosts
Yeah.
come out lah. So I asked her if she has encountered anything before. She said actually yes. She will go into the unit to go for viewing. The doors, the lights, everything refused to work. So when she go there herself, she turn on the light, everything's okay. But when clients come, like prospect comes, she go and then she will go into the room, the light would like fuse. Or I don't think it will fuse. Like the lights will just turn off.
Yeah.
It won't even flicker, it will just turn off.
Okay.
And then after that, you can hear doors slamming, windows shutting. And there's no wind.
So it's like a viewing at night.
7 month period.
Why?
7 month is August, is it? Or July?
No, it depends.
It depends.
It depends, but
It
usually-
follows the lunar calendar.
Yeah.
It's the 7th month from Chinese New Year, right? Not from,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So depends. So maybe it's usually July, August.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that period, she will always have this kind of resistance when she goes or
It's a rental unit or a for sale unit.
for sale, but it's vacant.
It's a HDB
But before
or
that,
something?
when the occupiers have no experience.
So I think they found out that it was distressed in this sense. So they were
Oh.
trying to sell. They couldn't sleep well. They always wake up in the middle of the night. She said herself, when she go in, she can feel like a bit of negative energy. But she's not scared lah. So she'll be like, she just say, don't disturb me. But then she said the annoying part is every time she tried to show someone the house, there will be disturbances. And every time when she finished showing, she tries to close everything, it will open. So she cannot leave. It's like she closed all the windows, all the doors. Then when she want to leave, she can hear the window open. They can hear the wind. So when she go to the window to close, there's no wind. So it's very annoying. So she has to keep going in and out. And then the light, it wouldn't turn off, but it doesn't fuse. So it's like, I don't know if it's electrical, it's supernatural or what.
For context, this is a HDB or something?
It's a HDB.
It's HDB. And then for viewings, like I guess this kind of stuff, like it's supernatural, but you still have to declare.
Yeah, I don't really, but like no one died. They just, how do you declare supernatural stuff?
I don't know.
But actually, houses, the thing about houses of viewing is usually it depends on the vibe your client or yourself feel, right?
Yeah.
So some people feel a certain vibe, some people feel good, some people don't feel good. So that's why viewing is important.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's subjective and personal.
So it's like certain people like certain type of houses where there was a case, there was one, it was also a HDB. We viewed the house and in the house there were a lot of, I think it's those Thai Buddhists or something. So they have a lot of statues. So that particular buyer that was serving, they would like the house. They want the house because they said the yin energy of the house was very strong. And they're looking for a house like that.
Right.
Which normal,
People would
typical
avoid.
lah. I mean,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you see altars or all that, if you are not of the same faith, you tend to be a bit uncomfortable lah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So maybe some buyers feel it, some buyers don't, and maybe whoever your mom was meeting with just want to tekan her. But maybe if you go in, then nothing. I don't know.
But honestly, if they come to view during
7
7
months.
months at night, means they don't really.
It doesn't bother
Believe,
them.
yeah.
So it doesn't bother my mom. So I asked her, typically owners, either they don't allow or they just stop viewing because
Yeah.
either they're afraid or because just the inquiries are low during that period.
Mm.
Which is
Maybe
true for me.
the people coming to view, maybe they're not Chinese. They don't believe in that particular, the 7
Yeah.
thing.
So there are still some people, like me personally, I still don't believe until I come across one. So far, so good.
You're still waiting to be challenged.
Yeah, still waiting to be
shit.
challenged.
Okay.
But as in when she told me that story, I was more inspired than scared. Like, oh yeah, maybe I should challenge them when I come across one. So she'll just be like, hey, what you want? She'll just say out loud, like, don't disturb me. It's either you like come out or you like go away, like you don't come and be like disturbing my work.
Bring an EMF reader with you.
Yeah. So I think
Actually, there's this TikTok, right, of this, I think it's Angmo couple, right? So there's a female ghost living in their apartment. And
feel
the
I've seen
female
this
ghost will like side the girlfriend and disturb the boyfriend. So like example,
in a friendly way,
yeah, so
like
like,
Casper, the
so
friendly
like,
ghost.
no, like if the girlfriend says, ask him to like, hey, help me go and get that, help me go and get something. And then he says no, right? And then the ghost will do something about it. Like there was once she
disturb him.
almost flooded the house because the guy didn't want to listen to her. Or something along the lines of that. When I saw, I was
In
like,
Singapore,
No, it's not in
Oh.
Singapore. It's not in Singapore. This time I was like, oh my God. I don't think I can ever, I wouldn't want to deal with anything like that. Can you imagine like the ghost literally does things against you, trying to flood the house,
from
flood the basin.
to
Where
your
did you-
benefit, no? If,
To the girl's benefit,
yeah lah,
yes.
if you are the
But
girl.
still, it's like, okay, let mine later I send to you.
Oh, something you
Attached
saw on
link.
social media.
It's
is
on
it?
TikTok.
on TikTok.
Oh.
They, like the entire content on TikTok is just about this female ghost.
And it's real lah.
It's-
As in,
I mean, as a viewer, it does look real.
okay, I know some people they script stuff for content, but I don't know to
I
what
know.
level.
But this one was really
Mm.
quite insane because they put CCTV in your house to ensure that she doesn't flood the house again. So like when they see like the tap is on again, right, they'll faster run home and like, yeah, along the lines of that.
So, but they didn't see the thing in action. They only saw
it
the
was
consequence.
recorded. No, it was
They only saw the
recorded. Like
consequence.
that female ghost apparently like turned the tap. You know the tap is like this way, then the sink is here, right? So it's like the tap is this way. The ghost had already twisted it this way
So it's
and
on the
then
floor.
switch it on so
No.
that it will flood the flood the floor.
But can you see the ghost?
Okay, you know what? Let me just send to you later.
okay.
You all can
Oh,
see it for yourself.
Cool.
But yeah, I cannot live with it if it was me.
I don't think I can live with someone disturbing me.
Yeah,
As well.
every day.
But to me, it's more of a
Every
disturbance than like the fear.
You rather disturb them than they disturb you.
Yeah. And it's just like, I want my peace lah.
Then you don't want to give them peace.
By not being there. But okay, but I think end of the line is, I don't know if the house was sold. I'm going to ask my mom.
Should be lah. Usually can't be left vacant. That reminds me, actually, this was way before I became a realtor. So, for HDB flats, right? For BTO, there's also the sale of balance flat where it's the repossessed units.
Yeah.
Right. So this was like my own experience. So we booked for it's a repossessed unit lah. So then for that case, you have to pay a deposit. Then HDB will go open the unit. You go and view the house and see whether you want to confirm this unit or not. If you don't, then you lose your deposit. I think it was 2,000
really?
or something. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I thought, okay lah, 5 room. Okay, you go and high floor. Okay, go and take a look. Then for some particular reason, there's this one bedroom that has very strange vibes. Basically, once you go in there, you just feel like coming out, or like there's something wrong in that
Or jumping
room.
down.
Like this
No
energy
lah.
pushing you, right?
I don't know. You just feel like you don't want to stay in there for long.
Okay.
And I don't know if you have clients or people have heard this where people like to bring very young children to viewing because apparently they can see or they can sense, and then if they cry means the house is not so good lah. If they're happy inside, then it's okay lah. So I think that time we also brought a young child. I think maybe 2 years old or something there.
A random young child.
No lah,
Borrow the
Just
kid lah.
random
Borrow
from
the
the
kid
street.
Like,
from
please-
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
No, but that kid really didn't want to go in the house and cried. And so the neighbor was very kind. They had to like, okay, you come and play in my house. There's another, I think, a grandchild inside. So they were playing. But when we brought her back in again, cry again. So in the end, we didn't think very much of it. I thought, okay lah, I think can. But then when we went back and then debrief, I really didn't go for this. Then we start to talk. Actually, there's this part of the house a bit uncomfortable and all that. But I don't know, is it the room very small? Yeah.
But I just felt it was off lah.
Yeah. Then so we start to like link. Okay lah, maybe better not. So we didn't go for it.
Good call.
Yeah.
I think adding on that, the child thing, not my experience, Grace's experience, my associate.
Okay.
This is a brand new, it's an en bloc development, Wilshire residence. So she was serving a Japanese tenant with agent. Parents love the place from the floor plan and everything. They were about to secure the unit. They asked for a viewing with the son. I think the son is about 4 or 5 years old. Son went in. He didn't want to go into the house. He said he didn't like the house. He started nose bleeding.
Nose bleeding.
No,
That's a bit random. Yeah.
Wow.
He said he didn't like the house. After that, he started nose bleeding. And then after that, they had to leave lah. But he was very uncomfortable throughout the whole thing. So Grace told me this whole experience. Then she said, do you think they'll offer? I said, I think the kid saw something based on what I know lah. And then in the end, the reply from the co-broke agent was that the parents really love the house, but the kid insisted on not getting the house, but he don't want to say why. Yeah, so I think that it's the same thing lah.
I have it goosebumps.
Yeah. No, but then I was like, wow, this is a new development, even though it's en bloc. Did something happen here?
But you never know.
Yeah, kids can actually see or sense things.
They're more sensitive lah because I think they're purer, right? In a way.
In that sense.
Oh, my own personal experience. Again.
You live a very rich life.
Suddenly all this came back to me. So last time my room used to have a full-length mirror at the foot of, in between me and my brother's bed when we were younger.
A full-length mirror at the foot of your bed. That's already
So that
creepy,
means
to
like
be
when
honest.
you are lying, you can
when
see
you
the
get
mirror.
up, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's bad positioning lah. So it's bed, mirror, bed. Yeah, then I think it was when we first moved in. For the first year plus, every night I would wake up crying and in the middle of the night crying.
It's quite young when you were crying.
Yeah, I think about 4 plus 5. I wake up crying, don't know why, cannot sleep. I always go into different other bedrooms to sleep. Either my grandparents or my parents or in the living room. And I always wake up with sore eyes. Like, so it was terrible lah. So my parents figured maybe it's the mirror. And then they sealed half of it such that we can only see the mirror when we stand up. So we couldn't really see the mirror anymore unless we stand on like a stool. But after that, I could sleep. So they were saying, don't know if the mirror is like my own, I scare myself in own reflection, which I would have recollection of, which I don't, or it's something in the mirror lah.
Well, they I don't know who they is, but some people say that mirrors are like portals to another dimension or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or to the spiritual realm or something like that. So that's why they say placement of a mirror to like adjacent to where your bed is not good.
Yeah. So I think I believed that growing up, even though I don't remember. I only remember always waking up randomly and crying. If not, it's talking to someone.
Yeah.
So the next day, my dad or my grandma will ask me, who are you talking to? I was like, huh?
Oh my God.
Oh, and I always sleepwalk during that period.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they say after that thing was like half sealed, everything was like smooth sailing. So I remember like I will wake up in the most random places at home.
And you don't know.
And I
like,
don't know why. Yeah. And I know I can never sleep properly. So possibly, I don't know. Is that why now I want to challenge them growing up? Because I'm indignant.
You're going to find answers.
Yeah. But I think generally I'm not like afraid. I'm open but not afraid of all these.
My only experience of the so-called spiritual disturbances or something like that is not even me, but we rented a room in Punggol and we had a flatmate who she was renting the common room and we were renting the master bedroom. So normally, like when you're renting just a room, you would lock the door when you go out. Okay, so apparently we hadn't locked the door and it was just open. The door was open. Perhaps we forgot or we just didn't care. And then she said that when she got home, she thought that we were at home the whole time. She said that she heard noises coming from the master bedroom where we would have been. It was like kind of incoherent.
Mumbling.
Yeah, like mumbling, but it sounds like a conversation or someone talking or something like that. So she thought we were home the whole time. And then we came home. She was like, wait, you guys weren't here? And then she said that she like heard noises and then like feet shuffling, walking around the room. She like, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to go back into my room. What the hell? But then I don't know, it turns out to be nothing. We forgot about it.
Or you should send her to IMH. Can't go both ways, bro.
I don't know. Maybe like some people just have like what they call a third eye. They have like a closer connection and can experience all these
Some people are more
closely.
sensitive.
Yeah. And then previously you guys were talking about like kids are more sensitive to this kind of stuff and people sometimes bring them and they encounter stuff that we can't feel. Just happened to be when I brought one of my buyers to go look at HDBs previously. He brought his daughter, like I think she was maybe 3 years old at the time. And then like the first 2 or 3 HDBs that we went into, she didn't want to go in, or when we brought her in, she would cry or she would want to leave. But then the house that he did end up buying was the house that when we went to go and view it, she went straight in, went into the room and started playing with like toys. Oh, okay, this one's different.
Destiny.
And then because of that, I think that was part of the reason why he chose the place as well.
Okay, parents buy homes that their children feel safe in. I think that is something that we all can agree on. I think regardless of if it is resale or brand new, they always bring their kids in as like the testing ground.
Oh, true.
For me, it's more like you go in the house, sometimes you just feel more comfortable in some houses versus the others. And then for me, thank God I'm not that sensitive, but if I feel uncomfortable in a house, the most I get is like headache very quickly, like within maybe 10 minutes or something. It's somehow, your head feels a bit weird. Yeah. That's like, okay, maybe
no, I believe,
energy is not so good.
All houses have energy and most people can sense it. That's why every time I tell buyers and sellers is you choose. I think I said this before. You choose the house also chose you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really do believe in that.
But there are people who like the home so much that although they feel that kind of negative energy, then they'll just say like, oh, we just bring people in to cleanse the house. Yeah. And then can you give me a cheaper price?
Possibly.
I mean, like especially those houses in distress. Like if someone has passed away in the home before, they would request.
You use it as an excuse to get a lower to bargain.
This brings me back to a previous episode. We were talking about the houses in distress and
declaration.
Yeah. Okay, there are feng shui masters and stuff, but I remember I asked, are there people who come in to cleanse houses? And if there are, who are they? Are they just mediums or something?
I think it depends.
Depends on your faith.
Yeah.
Is a feng shui master like does something like that? No. Right?
It depends on what you believe in.
Yeah.
In the first place, then if you are like atheist and you don't believe that this kind of thing happens.
Yeah, then you don't even need cleansing.
You won't even. You feel uncomfortable, it doesn't matter. It's just maybe it's just the layout or something.
Yeah.
It's not even got anything to do with anything spiritual or supernatural. Then if you believe, then it really depends on what you believe in, right?
But I would think that there will be people who do that just for the sake of it.
For a bargain?
Yeah.
And they really love the house.
Yeah. Like if the location and the layout and the facing and the lighting and everything is like 10 out of 10, it's just that one little 感觉 feeling.
The feeling, yeah.
Yeah, then
True.
like they might just go for it.
Then do you think someone could just come in and say, okay, I am someone who can cleanse your house to get rid of the bad vibes? Do you think that's like a placebo? Because like once
The bad juju.
like let's say I came to clean someone's house of its bad vibe, its bad juju. I say, okay, it's done. And then because of that, they think, oh yeah, it feels better now.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
placebo, right?
I
Offer that service now. Come on, let's go.
So on top of professional cleaning, is there, this house has been spiritually cleansed too.
yeah, professional cleansing. So I think there is a placebo effect to that. However, I think if you are like legit and the house really have negative energy, you can feel it
Yeah.
pre and post cleansing lah.
Mm.
So you can tell the legitimacy of the cleanser, I guess.
You cannot fool a kid, so just bring the kid in again, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
My tenant horror story is, you'll already know because once I mention where it is, it's in Yishun.
Ah.
I don't know what it is about Yishun.
Oh yeah, you told me before.
I think I told
A few.
a few of you before. It's stuck in my mind. It's so the image in my head is so vivid.
So disgusting.
It's so disgusting. I was representing a tenant who wasn't even in Singapore yet, and I was helping this person look for a unit, and it was going to view using video call and stuff. So yeah, saw a few places, and then this one particular unit that we went to, I knocked the door, and then all I can hear from the other side, like shuffling and scrambling to the door and stuff like that. And then opening the door, this Chinese lady, I think she's probably from China or somewhere, because she didn't speak English, but she kind of knew that there was someone coming to view. So she opened the door very rudely, like, oh, okay, coming. So I start setting up my gimbal with the phone because I wanted to be a smooth viewing for the tenant that was
Wow.
going to video call. She
So
said,
professional.
no, cannot take video. I'm like, no, I'm not taking video. I'm doing video call. So she said, okay, fine, whatever. Like immediately I knew this wasn't going to be the place because all around the house, all I could see was just like boxes stacked all the way to the ceiling. And
Maybe she's a Shopee seller.
Yeah.
that's what I think it is. You know what drop shipping is? Yeah. Where
No, it's a Shopee collection point. You can open your house as a Shopee collection
Yeah.
point.
really?
Yes.
Man,
No, I don't think she's drop shipping. If she's
but she's a
Collection
tenant.
point won't be so much. I think it's more of like you're selling and you have all your stock.
It's from
Can be
floor to
either.
ceiling. You cannot see the walls. Every single wall is covered with stock.
It's a warehouse.
It's literally a 1-bedroom warehouse.
yeah, I've been to one before.
And there's stuff everywhere. Like you walk along the floor, there's dirt, there's crumbs, there's bits of food and stuff like that. And there's product and then empty plastic wrappers from the products that she's either
You.
selling or wrapping. So I'm like, never mind, I'm just gonna walk the walk and pretend like we did the viewing stuff. So I called and I was already like saying like, okay, this is not the place, but we already made the appointment. So we'll just stay for like 2 minutes. I wish I pressed record whilst I was doing the video call because I would have shown this.
Oh man.
Because we walked into the kitchen and then the first thing I noticed was the smell on the countertop. You know, she's got just this raw chicken meat like thawing on the countertop. I'm like, okay, yeah, people thaw meat in the kitchen, on the countertop. They put it in plates and stuff. It's just right there on the countertop. There's nothing in between the meat and the countertop.
No wrapper.
No wrapper, no
No
nothing.
plate.
Oh,
nothing.
freak.
And there's like dirty dishes in the sink just piled up. This
Poor
is
landlord.
Like I even like look behind some of the cabinets, open some of the cabinet doors, open the oven, look behind the fridge. There's just more stock.
You just want to be scared.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
no,
just-
I won't go and touch anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's more product.
you just want to be scared by whatever you find.
I think I need to
Open
bring
the
gloves
fridge.
with
Yeah.
me to this kind of viewing next time. But yeah, there was just, I look in the oven, there's more stock. I look behind this counter, there's more stock. I look behind the washing machine, there's more stock. It's just everywhere. There's just more
Stock.
stock. She doesn't have problem with inventory.
Sounds like you're rapping.
The yard was all full of
Stock.
just more stock lah. Yeah. So like, okay, I'm getting out of here. We went go and check out the bathroom, right? The bathroom.
More stuff.
Seriously, the standing shower, there's more stock. Maybe
I've
this
seen
lady
something
doesn't
similar.
shower.
I've
But
seen
you
people
continue
use
for-
toilet
yeah.
as a storage.
Then I want to, the toilet bowl lid is open. You look inside already. The whole
There's
thing
more
is,
stock.
No. There's not more stock. But it's all black. Like the toilet bowl, the
Ooh.
porcelain itself is all black. I'm like, damn, that's disgusting.
Is
I
this
don't
She
an
want-
never
older
paid for
condo?
water.
Signature at Yishun. Criterion.
Stop pointing it out.
I don't know. That sounds familiar though.
Uh,
Went to the bedroom. There's not more stock in there. Okay, this one is the only room that doesn't have stock in it. But the bedroom's kind of small. Like the mattress kind of fills out the whole room. Like the window to the headboard to the foot of the bed is all covered by.
so there's no
The-
working space.
There's no space. But on the bed there's a tray, and then like she had her lunch there. Obviously, so she finished. She never cleared it up. There's like a bowl of ramen and there's crumbs and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. This is it. I'm
Disgusting
done.
woman.
Yeah. You mentioned what Poor landlord.
Poor
right?
landlord.
I called the agent after. I said, "Do you know the condition of your landlord's unit here?" And he said, "Yeah, it's not so great, right?" I'm like, "That's an understatement, my friend." He said, "Okay, so we have a feeling that so the landlord just took over the unit, just bought the unit
With tenancy?
Are you sure? Yeah, with tenancy. Are you sure? If I was an owner looking to come and buy this, I would turn away.
Maybe she
like,
got
in
a
second.
Super good
very
deal.
good deal.
Like
yeah.
50% off.
I don't know, but then the agent's excuse was the new owner wanted to bring the price up and the tenant wasn't happy about it and wanted to renew at the same price that she got previously.
Mm.
So starting to make the place look messy and stuff like that.
No.
I don't know what kind of case she can make there, but it was really
It's not
disgusting.
an overnight thing. It's a build-up thing. The condition.
I just went home, I put all my clothes in the wash and I took a shower because I felt
You need to
disgusting
bleach
after
it.
that.
Yeah, you need to bleach yourself.
I think I need to
Bleach
set
your
fire
nose.
to it, man. Yeah, but I
And bleach
wish
your
I
eyes.
pressed record at the same time whilst doing a video call. I don't know if you can do that, but I wish I did.
Can screen record.
Next time if
Yeah,
I
do
come
it.
across this.
As agents, we do have our level and standard of cleanliness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, speaking of eating deposit, I want to share my my horror story.
Okay.
My client, but it's a landlord.
Right.
So like every time we serve landlord, we feel, or at least personally, I feel that we have the upper hand because we hold on to the security deposit.
Mm.
However, I also do have my conscience.
Yep.
So I would advise accordingly if landlord tries to eat the deposit. That's why I used the word eat just now.
Yeah. Okay.
To misuse the deposit.
Yeah.
So what happened is I'm serving this landlord. I've served her for 3 years. Previous handover to the tenant, I did the cleaning on the behalf of her and I handed the apartment to her,
Mhm.
to the new tenants.
Mm.
2 years later, which is this month, the tenants did not renew. They did professional cleaning and they returned the apartment back to me.
Mm.
Why the landlord wasn't there is because she's stationed overseas.
Right.
So I was in charge of doing everything and she entrusted me. So what happened was she had to be back in Singapore for her personal reasons and she came back to inspect the apartment post handover. Meaning me and the tenants have already did the handover.
Mm.
About 3 days later, she moved into the apartment and she found some unsatisfactory things, which to me were like nitpicking.
Like what, for example? There was a little bit of dust here or something, or what?
So there were no visible dust. The only thing that I flagged out during the handover was the hood was still oily, which the tenant said they would rectify.
Mm.
But what the landlord did was she pulled out the back of the bed, and she said, "Oh, these dust has to be cleaned." She pulled out like the shoe cabinet at the back. Also, everything is at the back of furnitures.
Yeah.
So I was surprised she didn't pull out the fridge and say there's dust behind it.
This is
as
a
well.
fully furnished place then,
This is
I'm
a
assuming.
fully furnished
I
place.
see. Okay.
So to me, if you are leasing out a fully furnished place, then you must also expect some wear and tear because there was some
Mm.
at the headboard of the master bed, there was some discoloration and she said, "Oh, this has to be cleaned or replaced because this is a new bed."
Mm.
So to me, all these are nitpicking. And I think the last thing, which I think I briefly brought up to y'all, is she expected the external windows to be cleaned.
Really?
And I told her that is not part of the cleaning process. And she said, I believe it's just the cleaners who were not diligent. So the tenants checked back with the cleaners. They say it's against MOM guidelines because of safety issues.
Yeah.
People have fallen out. Cleaners or helpers at home also have fallen out from cleaning windows.
If it's exterior, they need to do the scaffold and
Yeah.
everything
Correct.
to do.
So
clean.
this client, she has always been a very reasonable client. She's an educator. So to the point where she started like challenging me and saying, because I was relaying all her messages to the tenants were relaying messages back to her, but everything through me. To the point she was saying like, why are you negotiating on their behalf? And why are you like, it seems like you're representing them lah. Because when I told her that the windows cannot be cleaned, she said, "Oh, is it? I will show you what proper cleaners do lah."
I think like with regards to like dust behind furniture or that,
Mm.
technically professional cleaners should have taken care of
should have
that.
taken care of
I
as
can
well.
expect if, they say this and then tenant do have to come back to make good or get the same cleaners to come back. It's not clean enough because you're supposed to be professional, but there's still dust here and there. It is not just an everyday part-time cleaner kind of cleaning ma.
Because the
Right.
post-tenancy
Yeah,
cleaning.
but exterior window, the one is too much.
It's too much lah, yeah. So
and you also we also did usually landlord will not clean the exterior windows before handing over to the tenant also.
correct. So
Yeah.
the point was, first thing is the exterior window, I told her it wasn't clean before handing it to them. She said it was clean because she cleaned it. But the thing is, I was the one who who was there with the cleaners and while she was overseas. So first point is she's lying. And I don't want to call her on that, but I did tell her I was the one who did the handover and the cleaning. So I didn't say you are lying, but it's implied. Second thing is we did ask the cleaners to come back to touch up, which was agreed on by the tenants and the cleaners. But she said, I cannot afford to wait anymore. So she went ahead to unreasonably employ cleaners to clean the house again. And she said she's just going to offset it from the deposit. So I told her this has to be agreed by the tenant and you have to send the invoice first, which she didn't. She just proceeded.
Angry.
I angry. I feel like I'm representing you. I'm telling you what's right, what's wrong, but you are not listening to me. And I feel like I'm partially involved in your bad deed in trying to eat the tenant's deposit. So morally, I feel so like in a struggle. The tenants know and they've empathized with me. Like they were like, so sorry you are caught in between because landlord don't want to communicate with me anymore. She don't want to pick up my calls. We are resorting to very long texts. She also don't want to talk to the tenants directly. The house itself is humid, so it's always like wet. So she blamed the humidity on the tenants for not airing the house.
Okay.
Yeah, so tenants always air the house. She want to get mold and mildew removal service to get the tenants to clean. When the tenants actually live there, they always air the house, they clean the house. They are also affected by the humidity of the house. So I told her this is your house issue. From day one, every time I come, my nose gets blocked, gets stuffy. She is also experiencing it, but she's blaming it on the tenants.
So best solution, ask her to sell.
Sorry, but I'm going to fire her. So I told the tenants, I'm not very happy and I'm not agreeing with her actions, but I'm going to make sure you get back your deposit before I let her know that I'm firing her because I don't want my action. Yeah. I don't want my action of firing her to make her feel that, she wants to hold on to the deposit to offset it from loss of rental income. Because given how unreasonable she is, I feel like that may be the course of action she will take. So I don't know if I'm acting professionally or unprofessionally. She ignore me, I also ignore her.
But you're definitely doing your job as an agent because I don't know if it's an oath that we take when we become real estate agents, but our fiduciary duty is to our principal, which is whoever we sign a contract to represent. For in your case, is landlord. But we also must act in the best interest of the opposite party as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Basically do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Don't do anything that is... So they were quite distressed. The tenants asked me actually legally, what can we do? So I advised them they can actually go to the small
claims.
small
Because
claims.
it's all tenancy and it's stamped, right? So they have a deadline to return the deposit.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we actually did the inspection. It has passed already. It has been a week. I told them that possibly if you go through that channel and they know it themselves, is that the legal cost incurred may be higher than what you ever actually recovered. So I prepared them for the worst case is you will just need to let them let the landlord deduct whatever cost she deemed fit. And
just
you
chalk it down to bad luck, basically.
Yeah, and you cannot do anything about it because she's the one holding... I say I don't want to use the word hostage, but she's the one holding your deposit hostage. There's nothing you can do. I didn't ask them to suck it up, but yeah, essentially they have to.
To our viewers and listeners, if you have any opinions or thoughts you would like to share with us, let us know in the comments. Do drop us a like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff if you haven't already. And be sure to catch us here again next week. Happy Halloween and thanks for joining.